Game Day Nation, what it do? It's your boy Wally Pitt coming to you on another Saturday in February, so you know that means it's another HBCU Game Day Fastbreak. Now I'm reporting to you from my editing lab in Charlotte, North Carolina, where not only have I been cooking up something real special for y'all come conference tournament time, but I've also been checking out all the streams from across HBCU basketball. Now it was a big day on the court, but it was also a big day on the gridiron, as Tolly Carr was down in Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame watching Amir Hall get that Deacon Jones trophy. But you know how we do over here at HBCU Game Day. It was next man up, and I couldn't wait to get the rock and run the fast break with y'all this week. And we still had our road dogs out there shooting games now. The Game Day godfather, Stephen J. Gaither, he was in Winston-Salem State seeing if the Rams could pick up a much-needed win against Shaw University. And we had DeLon Sellers and Nick Tucker up in Bowie, Maryland checking out the DMV showdown as Bowie State hosted Virginia Union. And as a matter of fact, we're going to set the fast break off up there in Bowie, Maryland. DeLon, I'm going to kick it off to you.
Hello everybody, DeLon Sellers with HBCU Game Day coming to you live from AC Jordan Arena in Bowie, Maryland, where Bowie State hosted a Northern Divisional doubleheader against the Virginia Union Panthers in men's and women's basketball this afternoon.
In women's hoops, the Lady Panthers of Virginia Union visited Bowie State today and came to win. They completely dominated this matchup this afternoon, maintaining a lead for a majority of the game. Virginia Union outscored Bowie State every quarter except the fourth, where Bowie State outscored Virginia Union 16 points to 15 points. Virginia State won over Bowie State 67 to 52, with Alexis Johnson of the Lady Panthers scoring 24 points and 8 rebounds. Kaya Proctor of Bowie State finished the game with 20 points. In men's hoops, we had a matchup that started off very competitive, but ended kind of one-sided with the advantage going to the Panthers. For the first 3 minutes of the game, the Panthers and the Bulldogs were driving back and forth up the court, and the score remained at 0 until Deshaun Wells drained a 3 that put the first points on the board for Bowie State. The competition remained neck and neck until halftime, with Virginia Union having a 1-point lead over Bowie State, 29-28. After the half, it was a combination of Virginia Union applying the pressure and Bowie State easing off of the gas. In the second half, the Panthers shot 14 for 28. The Bulldogs, 4 for 22, 18.2%. Very easy to say that was the quick demise of the Bulldogs in the second half. Virginia Union outscored the Bulldogs 45 to 24, with an ending score of 74 to 52 going to Virginia Union. Corey Cooley of Virginia Union finished the game with 19 points, along with William Jenkins finishing the night with a double-double of 10 points and 10 rebounds. Jacob Long for Bowie State finished the night with 12 points. And now let's kick it back to Wally in the studio.
Thanks, DeLon. Looks like y'all had a great doubleheader up there in Bowie. Virginia Union heading home with a pair of victories. Now we're going to give and go real quick to Steve down in Winston-Salem State. Steve catching the lob.
What's going on, everyone? Stephen J here at the Game Center in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Winston-Salem State and Shaw. CIAA rivalry game, Southern Division. Always a contested game, and tonight was nothing different. Shaw ended up on the top of this one, 79-69. It was a game where Winston-Salem State kind of the story of their season. They had some leads, played well for most of the game. In the last, I think maybe 5 or 6 minutes, they just could not finish at all. Savon Goodman had a lot of foul trouble for Shaw early on, and they had to rely heavily on D'Angelo Stevens-Bell, but he's very capable of scoring himself, and he made some big plays to keep those guys in the game, as well as some of his other teammates. And Goodman came in down the stretch, and there was one point Winston-Salem State led 65-61, and Shaw went on a 10-1 run that really took control of the game. So again, the story of the season for Winston-Salem State, they've now lost 9 games in a row. They've only got 4 wins, so they're going to finish, unless they go on a big tournament run, they're going to finish with less than 10 wins for only the 7th time in school history. So that's a pretty long thing to think about, but right now they're just trying to get 1 win. As for Shaw, they're trying to keep pace with Johnson C. Smith. They lost to them a couple weeks ago, so they've got some ground to make up, but they've got 2 of the best players in the CIAA, and so we'll be looking to see if if they can make a move, and no matter where they go in the tournament, we know that there'll be a team that will be reckoned with as Virginia State. But so that's it for me, and here are the rest of the scores from the CIAA.
Appreciate it, Steve. Let's start off with the men's scores from the CIAA. Fayetteville State gets a close win against Livingstone, 78-73. Lincoln beats Elizabeth City State, 69-54. Let's check out some highlights from Johnson C. Smith versus St. Aug. Robert Davis goes for a game-high 20 points, and Christian Kirchman drops 13 points and 6 rebounds on his birthday. I gotta wish a happy birthday to my man Christian Kirchman. He and the Golden Bulls get their 9th straight win on his 22nd birthday. JCSU wins 72-61, and the Golden Bulls are the hottest team in the CI as they sit on top of the South Division. We saw how Shaw got the 79-69 win over Winston-Salem State. We also saw how Virginia Union got the 74-52 win over Bowie State. And Virginia State puts another notch in their belt with a 70-61 win over Chowan. On to the women's scores from the CIAA. Fayetteville State beat up on Livingstone 91-59. Lincoln gets the 82-70 win over Elizabeth City State. JCSU gets another big win. They beat St. Aug 82-65. Winston-Salem State's ladies keep rolling. They beat Shaw 81-73. Virginia Union continues their dominance. They beat Bowie State 67-52. And Virginia State gets a close win over Chowan, 72-68. Let's head on over to the MEAC and check out the men's scores from tonight. South Carolina State gets a huge upset against North Carolina A&T. They beat the Aggies at home 90-85. Bethune-Cookman cruises over Maryland Eastern Shore 87-67. We caught a couple highlights off Savannah State's Twitter feed. Alante Fenner scores a career-high 46 points as Savannah State wins their 7th straight in exciting fashion, 97-94 over Morgan State, and those Tigers are now all alone for first place in the MEAC. FAMU gets a bit of an upset over North Carolina Central, 65-56. And Hampton, please don't hurt them. They get the big win over Norfolk State, 82-52. As for the ladies of the MEAC, North Carolina A&T gets a big win over South Carolina State, 74-54. Bethune-Cookman beats Maryland Eastern Shore, 73-61. Morgan State puts the hammer down on Savannah State. They win 70-41. Florida A&M's ladies get a close win over North Carolina Central, 84-81. And Norfolk State beats up on Hampton, 63-48. Let's head out to Columbia, where Benedict hosts Claflin in a huge rivalry game. Benedict built up a huge 25-point lead by the 3rd quarter, and this one looked like it was a whole lot of over. But nobody told the Claflin Lady Panthers. They mount a serious comeback, getting the deficit down to 68-67 with only 48 seconds left to play. But Benedict's Ayana Bay hits the layup with 35 seconds left to give the Lady Tigers a 70-67 lead, and somebody owe Ayana lunch at the calf tomorrow after that shot. Benedict gets the 71-67 win over their rivals and are now 8-7 in SIAC play. Lemoyne Owen gets the big win over Lane, 62-46. Miles beats Tuskegee 62-57. Payne beats Morris College 79-76. Central State gets the win over Kentucky State 62-53. And Albany State puts the smash on Fort Valley 87-55. We had a big game in the SIAC as Benedict hosts Claflin to see who will be the big cats of the South CAC. Benedict out to a hot start. They go up 11-2 right out the gate. They would lead by as much as 19 behind 16 points from Cairo Brown and 14 from Jelani Watson-Gale. But Claflin not out of lives yet. The Panthers score 14 unanswered points. They cut the lead to 46-44 with 9:54 remaining in the game. Claflin still coming for Benedict's head top. Jaleel Charles splashes this jumper to give the Panthers their first lead of the game, 62-61 with 104 left to play. But Cairo Brown, he missed the big shot to take the lead against Morehouse last week, but this dude got a little Mamba in him because my G is never shook when it comes to taking that last shot. He bangs this three-pointer with 37 seconds left to play, and some good free throw shooting was all the Tigers needed from there. Benedict gets the win 68-64, and look out for both the Tigers and the Panthers to play the possible Giant Killers in the upcoming SIAC tournament. As for the rest of the SIAC men's scores, Lane gets a close win against Lemoyne Owen 74-72. Tuskegee squeaks by Miles 67-66. Payne beats Morris College 87-76. Central State gets the 2-point win over Kentucky State 97-95. And Albany State beats Fort Valley 76-68. Let's check out the action over in the SWAC. On the men's side, Alcorn State beats Mississippi Valley 85-80. Grambling gets the 77-63 win over Prairie View A&M. Arkansas Pine Bluff beats Southern 80-71. Alabama A&M gets a close victory over Alabama State 78-76. Our go-to plug in the SWAC, Dominique Monday, was at the Texas Southern Jackson State game, and you know he blessed us with some highlights. Texas Southern has 3 players score over 20 points. Ice Trey Jefferson is back doing what he does best. He floods the bucket with 25 points of his own. Deontay Clark and Trayvon Reed go for 26 and 21 respectively as Texas Southern gets the dub over Jackson State 86-75. On to the ladies of the SWAC. Mississippi Valley gets the 1-point win over Alcorn State 62-61. Grambling beats Prairie View 75-68. Southern gets the 59-46 win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Alabama State beats Alabama A&M 55-54. And the Texas Southern women opened their game on an 11-0 run and never looked back. Joyce Kennerson drops 28 buckets of her own, and Taylor Robinson chips in 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting to go with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks as Texas Southern completes their season sweep of Jackson State 71-66. Let's go out to the OVC and check out Tennessee State. Their men's and women's teams were in action tonight against Jacksonville State. The Lady Tigers go up by as much as 13. That's in part to Tia Wooten and her 19 points, but TSU lets the lead slip away in the final 28 seconds. The Gamecocks end up snatching the lead. Tennessee State has a chance to take it back, but Jacksonville State forces a turnover with 2.1 seconds remaining, and Tennessee State loses a heartbreaker 62-61. Head coach Jessica Kern talks about what the Tigers need to do to regroup and move forward after this tough game.
This one's tough. I can't say there's not heavy hearts in the locker room right now. We're going to have to learn. We're just going to have to learn. And, you know, this game is a game of runs, and JSU went on a run, which we didn't respond to well, and then made some key plays down under a minute. So I really got to get in the locker room and just talk to kids because, you know, again, these are 17 to 22-year-olds, and they're heartbroken right now.
As for the men, Kendarius Hamilton and Delano Spencer both dropped 15, but it was the Tennessee State bench making all the difference as they outscored Jacksonville State's bench 17-5. The Tigers shot 50% as a team from the field, and they take the win 65-47.
So as you can see, another great night of hoops on the HBCU Gameday Fastbreak. And if you don't know by now, we are everywhere. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at HBCU Gameday. You can head over to HBCUGameday.com, get all the breaking news and stories you want there. And if it's video you're looking for, head on over to our YouTube channel. And if you got a Roku and an Amazon Fire TV, you can pull up on us there. So it's no shortage of options to get y'all this HBCU content. For the squad, Steve, Delon, Tolly, Nick Tucker, it's your boy, Wally Pitt, for HBCU Gameday.